This is lightingesl.com. Think of the expression, time stops in a hospital or medical clinic. When you visit somebody in a hospital for any particular reason, for crisis of some kind in somebody's life, a procedure that somebody's taking place, or just for a checkup for some reason in a hospital, time seems to stop. You might look at your watch in the sense that, where's the doctor? Am I going to be seen? Why am I sitting here all that time? But the more you worry about things in anxious-wise, time seems to go slower, almost to the point of stopping. I've been in many hospitals across this country as well as in Europe for work. And myself being in a hospital, a family matter maybe 3 times and so on, 4 times. My children being born, I had my tonsils out a long time ago, things like that. Very basic things. And of course, I've also been in a hospital for bad things that happened. Bad things or losing a loved one. But it's an amazing thing when you think about it, when you go to a hospital and you look around, you see people sitting there in distress, people are lying in their beds, and doctors and nurses and workers walking around and so on. You have no sense of time. And we think about time as our daily routine, don't we? But if we don't have any sense of time, we can't really dwell on what's next, what happened. I don't know what happened. Is it time for this, time for that? It's almost the same premise, believe it or not, as a casino. Most casinos where you gamble have no windows. You lose your sense of time. And if you didn't have a watch on or a cell phone to show you what time it was, you wouldn't really know what time it is outside. It's amazing, isn't it? Whereas in a hospital, you don't care what time it is. You really, really don't. All you want to know is, as soon as you go in there, when can I leave? As soon as you go in there to visit somebody, you hope that person becomes well and healthy again to leave that premises. Most people don't like to go to a hospital because that's where a place where time stops. Time actually stops. Of course, they have big clocks on the wall, big clocks in the hallway, and so on. And you say to yourself, do I really need a clock? I want this person to be better, so his life or her life can get back to normal again in their routine. But that's what I'm saying. Time has a tendency to feel like it stopped. Totally stopped. You're wondering, why are you there? Just recently I was visiting a friend in a hospital and something bad happened to his body. And we're all hoping he comes better, of course. As I said before earlier, I've been in many hospitals for family matters, my own family, extended family, and so on. And you're hoping a professional person, like a doctor or nurse, comes by and takes care of that person in a very short amount of time, so that the person can get back to his daily routine, back out there in the real world, whatever that happens to be. But some people, unfortunately, are in a hospital for a long, long time. And they look at their clock or their watches or whatever, or they watch TV for the time to go by fast. You can't make time go fast. It's on a set schedule, isn't it? But the amazing thing is, the more you look at a watch or clock, it appears to you that time is going so slow till it almost stops. That's why I'm saying time seems to stop. It's an amazing thing how life stops and such that your wants and needs and desires totally change while being in a hospital with somebody or yourself. What do I do now? How do I pass the time? How do I get better? How do I get back? And so on. Why comes into your mind, thinking, how do I get back to normal, whatever your normal is? And there's one time era in your life when you meet people from all over the world, all backgrounds, all religions, and so on, and everybody's in a totally equal playing field in a sense. Totally equal. It's amazing, isn't it? It takes the situation of time stopping for you to realize how precious life is. It really, really is. Unfortunately, we go through life thinking we'll live forever. We go through life hoping he or she'll be fine in a very short amount of time. And sometimes you go into a hospital knowing that person is not going to live much longer, and they know it as well. But of course, the ultimate time is when. And you say to yourself, I'm going to be with that person as long as I can, every day, every moment of the day, because they're only on this earth, in a sense, a short amount of time. And we have no idea how long they're going to be or how time-directed we are, so we stay there as long as we can. However, when thinking about when time stops, in a sense, in a hospital, we say to ourselves, well, I've given my time, I'm going to stay here as long as I can because the person in front of me might have a very, very, very short amount of time left, or long, we don't know. We really don't know the final destination. We don't know the final answer. How long is time? Time is forever. It has always been forever. We just learned how to measure it, going back hundreds of years or thousands of years. But however, when it comes to a hospital, time does stop in a hospital. This is lightningesl.com. Thank you very much for your time. You can always reach me at lightning, Lightning, @rogers.com. Thank you very much again. Bye-bye.